the Women's Handball Championship, the 24th edition to be precise. Tonight, have the pleasure of having Coach Rafiu, Salami, and Dorothy Nyagh with me on the show. Greetings, guys. Thanks for being on the show tonight.
Good evening.
All right, let me start with Coach, and let's start by talking about preparation. This competition should have held last year. No thanks to COVID, everything shifted. I want to ask, because next month you guys will be in Cameroon, so I want to ask, in terms of preparation, how ready are the ladies?
Now we've been down for about, this is the third week in camp. I joined them about 10 days ago because I don't stay in Nigeria. But I think the physical aspect of the handball work has been done. Now we're tackling the technical and tactical aspect of it since about 2 days ago. We had the matches today. It was encouraging. We'll have other matches, subsequent matches before we go, about 4 matches. It helps us to know our exact situation before we go to Cameroon.
Let me also ask you, before I go to Dorothy, do you have the exact number of players you want right now in camp, or you're still going to prune your squad, or you've done that already? You have the exact number of players that you want?
Yeah, we're traveling. No, we have 24 up to last week. We've reduced that to 18 to give us a restricted number of players to work with. We were traveling 16, so the finalists will be done on Sunday.
Let me just quickly go to Dorothy. She's going to be in the center of everything. So, greetings to you, Dorothy. Thanks for being with us on the show. I want to ask you, the coach has answered, but how ready? I know you can speak on behalf of the team. You're with your colleagues every day. How ready are you guys for the tournament in Cameroon?
We are very much ready because I believe what they've actually tried to impact in us it has gone a long way in us, and the morale is high. Everybody is trying to give it her best, so we are ready. All
right, so any personal targets? I know that four African teams will qualify from this for the World Handball Championships. I'm not trying to put words into your mouth, but do you have any personal targets going? You want to win the championship? You want to qualify for the World Championships? Or what are they? Or you just want to take it one game at a time?
Even if it's 2. I believe, and I strongly believe, that we will still be among those that are going to qualify. Because it's an opportunity for us, which we are not going to take for granted. We are not just going there because we want to go there and showcase ourselves. We want to really create something for ourselves.
Let me also ask you, in terms of preparation, it appears like you seem pretty satisfied with how the team has been prepared. But let me ask you, is there anything that you would have loved in the phase of camping, the training, and everything? Is there anything you would have loved to have, or you would say everything that the player needs, you guys have in camp?
If we said everything, players, we have our own needs and we have other things too. But I think from what has gone around, we actually have what we need.
Okay, thank you, Dorothy. Let me go back to Coach Rafiu, and I'm interested in asking you this, because when we talk about tournaments, you know your team, but how much of the other teams do you know? For instance, I know we're going to come up against the host, we're going to come up against DR Congo, we're also going to come up against Kenya. So how much do you know about these teams, or the focus is just on your own teams, on your own team, and whatever happens? Do you know 1 or 2 things about these other guys we're going to come up against?
Of course, the Congo team and the Cameroon team, I have a video of the 2 matches they played. They won the play of the African games against each other. I have a Congo match they played at the World Championship. I'm working on it. The most important thing, I think, is not the opponent, it's we ourselves. If you put our game in place, I think we can go far. So it's not working on the opponent as important alone, it's working on ourselves too. And I think what I'm focusing on now is how to make the team play better. If we play better, no matter the opponent, I think we do something there. But we have to concentrate first on our game. Then the tactical aspect of the opponent's game is my job. We do that too.
Let me ask you, I've asked Dorothy, but I'm going to ask you as well. Any personal targets or targets set by the Federation as you go to Cameroon for these tournaments? Is there anything that is your own benchmark that you've told the players, this has to be done, this is where I want us to get to? Or is there any on the Federation side to say, you guys are going there, this is the barest minimum?
You see, this is a relatively new team, and we're trying to construct a new team. The Federation does not personally give us goal to go to the World Championship. We are competitors. We do our best to want to get there. That's the thing. It's not even the Federation alone. But I think what I always say is if we get out of the first round, anything can happen. We have to get off our group first. Unfortunately for us, we are playing the host country. I don't know how good they are now. And we are playing one of the best female countries in Africa, to Congo. But if we get out of our group, I think we'll do something good in the championship.
Coach, let me ask you this. Let's put aside the competition. Let's put Nigeria side by side, other African handball playing nations. Since we're talking about women, let's focus on the ladies. Put Nigeria on one side and put the women. How is there any gap in terms of growth of the game? Since you're a very knowledgeable person and somebody who is very emotionally invested in the game of handball, is there any gap, or you think Nigeria ranks well or high among female handball playing nations on the continent?
If I say we raise it high, I will tell you lies. The female team has not attended Nations Cup for the past 2 years, I think. They've not been out. While we are waiting here, others are playing too. But I know the biggest challenge, or the biggest country in Africa handball is Angola. They're far ahead of everybody. I won't tell you lie. But I think Senegal is a strong country. Others, we can compete with them, but it's not going to be easy because we're out of the competition for a very, very long time. Others have been playing. So the goal I set for the team was, let's get out of the first round. If we get out of the first round, I think we can do something.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Let me allow Dorothy answer probably the last question. Dorothy, let me ask you. Coach has given us his assessment about African. How much do you know about other African teams? Probably that might be your parting shot on the show. How much do you know about other African teams, or are there African teams that you dread facing?
Yes, we have a lot of them because as of the last All-African Games we were there, we had challenges because of we've been we've been behind because, as the coach rightly said, for over 20 years now, we've not been into this kind of a championship, and it's a new team we are trying to put in place. But that's never the least for us, because I think the main goal there is for us is the focus, the determination, and the zeal. If we actually have these three things, on which I am already seeing in us as we are in camp, we will actually get there. We don't want to know who is involved, because if you want to look at that, as the coach rightly said, the Angola is a big team. It's a dreaded team, let me put it in that way, but anything can happen.
All right, so that's a good place. That's a good place to leave it. Coach Rafiu Salami and Dorothy Nyagh, I want to thank you both for taking our time to be with us on the show. And I wish you all the best as Nigeria prepares to go to Cameroon. Hopefully, when you guys come back from Cameroon, there will be something to celebrate.